Good afternoon, everybody. There's no juice in this room today. What's wrong?
What did you like on film after reviewing that game, and what negative things did you find in that game?
I like the W. We got a win, and like the way our guys came. Excuse me. I like the way our guys came out and played with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, and executed well in the first half. Like the way our defense performed throughout the game, and again limited them to passing yard. The little passing yards that they did have was really good to see by our defense and shut down their run game. Was good to see and continue to get turnovers. Bad things is we want to eliminate turnovers from our standpoint. You know, it was also good to see that we cut back on the penalties. So we got better in some areas, and there's a lot of room for improvement. And again, we have another week to work on those things and try to improve.
You're on the right?
Willie, did you sense that the defense was confident during fall camp, or is it just success kind of leading to that exuding of them getting more confident and making more plays?
I think it's a little both. I think they were confident, and then to go out on the football field and actually do it, I think that kind of solidified some things that they were thinking in the first place, you know, and there's nothing like going out in the game and performing well and showing that you can play good defense. And our guys, each and every week, they're gaining confidence, and each and every week they're getting better. So that's good, and we can continue to get better each and every week, then we're gonna be okay.
Is this team where you want it to be heading into conference play?
I think we're making improvements that we need to make. You know, I think we improved each and every week from game 1 to game 3 and gotten better in a lot of areas. And again, I think there's more areas to improve in, and as long as we continue to improve throughout the season, we'll be okay.
It seems like when Charles went out, the passing game took a little bit of a dip. What impact does his absence have on the offense, and then do you expect to have him this weekend?
Charles is an explosive player for us. I think we all see that. And when he went out, we lost an explosive player. You know, I don't think you see much of our offense change. You know, we just need guys to step up when the quarterback give them the ball. We expect for them to catch the ball and continue to have the success that we've had throughout the season so far. Charles sprained his ankle, and hopefully he'll be back here soon and be ready to go.
Kind of staying along those lines, what did you think of the guys that replaced him, McNeil and then Taj, just their overall impact of how they performed?
McNeil struggled. He had a drop ball that hit him probably in too good of a place. But again, I think he'll bounce back and make some plays for us. And Taj came in and did some good things for us, and which we expected for him to do anyways. And we need for him to continue to get better as well. So, and I think they all will. I think Manil will get better, Taj will get better, and the rest of the group will.
Has there been a moment, offense or defense, or a play really in non-conference play where you're like, this is what we want Oregon football to look like. This is what we want it to exemplify our team?
Yeah, the first half of all these ball games has probably been the moment that I want our football program to look like. But again, we made a lot of good plays that you get excited about and say, hey, this is what we can do. But there's also some plays we wish we wouldn't do. And like I say, there's so, like I said the other night, that it's great to get a win knowing that there's so much more that you can improve on. And our football team know that we have a lot to improve on. And again, our challenge each week is to see how good we can play as a unit, and we still haven't shown that yet.
Is Herbert the type of player that even notices that there was 18 scouts there or something like that? Like, do you think he cares?
That's a tough question. It's hard to say they don't care, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as it is to most people. You know, Herbert is one of those guys that just locked into what he have to do and helping his teammates out and doing whatever he can to help his teammate. And if his play help his teammate, he's happy with that. But I don't think he's that type to get caught up in all of that. He's a different bird, but in a good way, and he's a great teammate.
All right, Jerry.
Hey, Coach. So the TV commentators were saying left side of the on the running game, Oregon's depending on the left side of the offensive line, and the right side is struggling. Would you agree with that analysis? Do you agree?
No, I don't agree with that. It's kind of interesting how you can just watch a game and analyze and say that's what it is. I doubt that. I think we had success on both sides of the line of scrimmage throughout the year. We've had success running to the right, and we've had success running to the left, and we've had success throwing the football. We're having success, so I don't agree with that.
Rob on the left.
What was the process of addressing the penalty situation? What did you do to get the message across? And as you watched the game, did it strike you as that clean, only the 4 flags?
Well, I think a big part of it is for us to eliminate the personal fouls. Those are the ones that drive you crazy. Those are the selfish penalties that we just can't have. And some of the other penalties, just our guys playing really hard, and it wasn't anything they intentionally tried to do. It's just playing hard, and some of those you can deal with, but also just stressing to our guys that we can't have them. We got to continue to get better, and when you see it in practice, you coach it up. And I think putting the emphasis on it daily paid off for us.
What did you see from Chuck Pagano last week or two that kind of gave you an indication that he was getting ready? Chuck, Scott Pagano.
There you go.
Pagano's that kind of messed me up.
He's a good football player. He just needs some more reps. We got him a little reps, so he's got to get in football shape. He hadn't played football in a while, but he's doing some good things. And again, I expect for him to continue to get better each and every week, and see more reps each and every week as we continue to go.
In past seasons, teams have kind of taken extra precautions to make sure that Arizona State can't see their signs on the sideline. Is that something that you guys are worried or concerned about at all?
No, we're not. If they can pick up our signs and stop us from that, then more power to them, But we're not concerned about that. We have a lot of different signals. You never know who's live. If you ever look over, you see a lot of guys moving and giving a lot of signals, and every game there's someone different. You just never know.
What challenges does Arizona State bring?
This is going to be the most athletic football team we played this year by far. They have great talent, great skill, and a very mobile quarterback. And again, that brings another challenge to a defense. So I'm sure Coach Levitt and the defense coaches have our guys ready for this challenge in front of us. To be the first time we've had a really good mobile quarterback that we had to go against. So defending him in the run game and in the pass game is going to be a challenge for us. Plus, they got some really good backs and receivers too. So it's going to be a good challenge for our football team, which it should be. It's Pac-12 football and a very athletic defense. Linebackers run really well. Good skill, good D-line. And it's Pac-12 football. It's going to be a challenge, and we'll be up for it.
Coach, how's it feel to get your team back in both top 25 polls? Did you think you could crack it this week with a win?
We really don't talk much about being ranked or anything like that. That's never been anything we emphasize. We always talked about getting better, and I think by being ranked, it shows that our football team is improving, and we're getting better. We're doing the things that we set out to do, and again, each and every week continue to get better. So we don't put a lot of stock in that right now. We just got to continue to do well, and to keep ranking it. I mean, we're doing what we're supposed to, and we're continuing to get better.
Rob on the left.
So you guys picked Pickett as your defensive player of the week. It had to be a tough decision. Not a lot of guys jumped out statistically, and a lot of guys made plays. What about him jumped out, and was it a tough week to just pick one standout from the defensive effort?
Well, Nick has been really consistent for us, and considering him being a freshman and have to make a lot of calls, and some of the things we're asking him to do was really good to see as a freshman that you can go in and get it accomplished for us. And again, he's been really consistent in his play, and he's made some big time plays for us out there, and he made some big plays in that game for us, and which a lot of guys did, but he was one of the guys that was most consistent.
Coach, your freshmen are making quite an impact early. Are you a little surprised at how much they're contributing this early in the season?
No, not necessarily, because we've seen it in practice. I mean, these guys that you all are seeing playing out on Saturday, they did a lot of these things in training camp, and some of them did it in spring ball. So it's not surprising. It's just a matter of getting them in there and letting them do what they do. And I said it before, I feel like we have some more guys that's capable of coming and making some plays for us and helping our football team out. Was I slouching over? I got to stop that. I got to get my back right.
Willie, do you know how has the Pac-12 changed or evolved since you were at Stanford?
Geez, that's a great question. Still a great league. There's a lot of good football teams in this conference, and again, you got to come bring your A game every week, and I don't think there's, other than coaches and different players, I don't think there's much change. I think the parity is even closer than what it was back then, and I look at the North. You don't take a week off nowhere in the North, and everybody's good. And then again, you go in the South. There's good football teams. You got to come bring your A game every single week, and that's a good thing.
Rob, on the left.
Some of the issues handling punts and kicks, is that addressed purely by personnel moves, or do you feel like you can coach that up in season and improve?
Well, you can coach it up. I think if it's the same person consistently doing it, then I think that warrant a personnel move. But if someone is different that's doing it, you got to coach those guys up and make sure they understand the importance of taking care of that football for us.
Willie, stylistically, the three teams you played in non-conference play seem like kind of pro-style type offenses. Are you going to see some different types of things when you get into Pac-12 play that you have to be ready for?
Yeah. We'll see some different things this week. This team is different than what we've faced so far. More spread and a lot of similarities to some of the things that we do offensively. So I think our defense has seen a lot of the things they're going to see this week within our football team. And I think as you go throughout the Pac-12, you'll see a lot more spread and some quarterback runs and, again, more challenging.
Yes, on the right.
You have your first road game under your belt now with this Oregon team. What do you think you learned about your guys playing on the road?
We can play football just like we do at home. We can take the show on the road, and that's what you'll like for your football team, to be able to play well no matter where it is. You got an opportunity to play, and you're on the football field, and you expect for our guys to go out and play at a high level every single week, and our guys showing that on the road, and we're going to have to do that again this week. So it was great to get one out the way, and now we all know what it's like, especially as a football team. That was our first time on the road together with the players and the coaching staff, so that was a little different, but everybody understand how we do things now, so it should be a little easier for us going into this week.
Well, you seem to come out on offense a lot of energy in the second half, and I think all the fans are wondering, what's going on in the second half? It was almost a deja vu, except for one touchdown. Any insight, anything changed? Because, like I said, you seem to come out with a lot of energy and passion, but just didn't quite get the score on that first drive.
We just didn't execute. We got better. We scored 7 points, so we got better from the week before, but we just didn't execute at times. And there early in the third quarter, I thought in the fourth quarter there, we started to get our mojo back and move the ball, and we were moving the ball. We just stepped on our own toe as we got down there. Once was a turnover, and I know a 3 and out and one on the fourth down that we didn't get. But Not concerned at all. We just got to continue to get better. Like I said, it's great when you can win big and still have a lot to improve on. And I know our guys are looking forward to getting better. Thank you all very much.